Welcome back, guys. Today I'm just going to perform a yearly oil change on this 2003 GTX Limited 185, which happens to be one of my old skis, and we'll change the spark plugs as well. I'm just going to run the video on hyperlapse so that there's no boredom for you guys. I don't want to lose all your interest. It's a pretty simple job. I'll give you all the torque specs and stuff now. So the oil filter housing, that nut's done up to 9 Newton meters or 80 inch-pounds. And the spark plugs, they just get wound until they're hand tight. And the manual specifies a quarter turn. I usually do about a third. And if you mark, I'm just using a hand pump today, but if you mark this tubing at 475 millimeters with a bit of electrical tape, you'll know when you reach the bottom, and you'll have to play around with it a bit there while pumping to get as much oil out as possible. But before we start any of that, I do advise that your oil is somewhat warm, so do this sometime after you come back from a ride. And we'll run this engine at 4,000 RPM for 10 seconds and then pull the kill switch there so that it dies at that RPM, which should empty a lot of the oil out of the PTO housing back into where we're trying to drain it from, which happens to be the dipstick tube. And we can run it in drown mode a couple of times after that to get any more oil out. To do that, just hold your accelerator right down and crank over, but you do not want the engine ever to start. One other thing, just measure the oil that actually comes out so that you can replace back what was in there, provided that was at the right level. There's markings on your dipstick, but remember, they're not going to tell you the truth until the jet ski's been started and then shut off again, because we're going to fill voids that we've emptied oil from. Okay, I hope that helped you guys in some way or another. This old girl's actually got more than 300 hours on her. But we've always changed her fluids and spark plugs earlier than it's needed to be. And of course, every time she goes in salt water, she gets flushed out with salt removal products, any brand you choose to use. But yeah, look after your machines and they'll last, hey. This actually belongs to a family member of mine now. But I do miss her. I ride her every chance I can. But yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next one.